Hey, what's up you guys? So I decided to combine a couple trends, one being the faux freckle trend and the other being the pastel trend, and this is what I came up with. So if you guys are interested, then be sure to keep on watching. Also, I will apologize in advance. My parents are working outside. I think my dad also took a phone call, so if y'all hear anything in the background, it's probably that. But yeah, let's just get into it. Oh my god, I'm starting over. Okay, so today, pastel faux freckles. So, I watched a Jackie Aina video in which she spoke about how she is a woman of color and she is obviously a much deeper complexion than me, and she's like, you know, people think that darker men and women can't wear pastels, and then she very graciously schooled everyone on how to wear pastels. So that video was like super eye-opening, and I was just like, you know what? I've never liked pastels. I've always thought that they were kind of boring. They are kind of chalky and like sometimes even ashy on the skin. But I watched her video and I was like, you know what? You're right, Jackie. I don't know why I doubted you. I didn't, I promise. So I kind of wanted to combine the faux freckle trend that I love and the pastel trend, which I don't know if I want to say like I don't love it, because I just don't really like pastels, but I found a way to like them. So what I've done is I've taken some watercolors that I had. These are like the tube kind, and I've mixed them all with white because that's what pastel is. It's like you take any color, mix it with white. Congratulations, it's pretty much a pastel. There are some colors that fall out, like that are an exception that may not necessarily be pastel, but for the most part, that's how you get pastels. So I've mixed them already. I've got my green, my pinkish red, my yellow, and my purple. And we're gonna see how this goes. This is my second time filming this because I'm an idiot. And everything, it's like I'm looking at the monitor here, the viewfinder, and it looks like I'm far enough away, and then when I zoom in, it looks like I'm still kind of far away, but then I realized when I was watching what I'd already filmed that it's actually a lot, like things in the viewfinder are closer than they appear. Anyway, so I'm taking the butt of a brush. This is a MAC 210 brush, an old brush. This has been in my collection forever. And I'm just taking the butt side of it, and what I realized doing this the first time around is I initially just went in and I started doing the faux freckles, but I think it looks much more natural if I just kind of dot it on my finger first, and then I take my finger and do it that way. We'll see. I might mix and match. We'll kind of see how this goes. Also, I noticed that it kind of ends up looking a little bit like a color corrector. It's fine. Ooh, I just smudged it. It's fine. Anyway, I'm just jumping into it. Story that I told in the first video, I'm gonna tell again, is when I was younger, I used to think that like everyone could get freckles, or that everyone like had freckles. And so I always wondered why like other people's freckles I didn't have freckles like that. And because I was like, oh yeah, like this is a freckle. And, like, I have another one there. I have like one on my nose. I was like, yeah, like those are my freckles. Those are not, they're like moles slash, what do you call them? Beauty spots. But I always thought freckles looked just so nice. And I'm jealous. I am jealous. But now it's my time to shine with my pastel faux freckles. And so if you've ever looked at anyone who has freckles, you will notice that they're kind of like everywhere. They're where the sun naturally hits you. So that tends to be like the top of the cheeks, along the nose bridge, and then up onto the forehead. And I mean, people get freckles like everywhere. But it tends to be places where the sun hits the most. I also realized that I need to talk louder because a lot of the time I'm like, oh, just kind of like talking to myself like this, and y'all can't hear anything. Can't hear anything, which sometimes might be a good thing. I like talk a lot, but other times it's like me trying to give information and you can't hear it. So now that I've gotten all of the initial colors on, I'm gonna kind of like just go around and see, okay, like I can notice on my nose on this side, there's not a whole lot of green. You could just kind of go back into any area and fill in more color. Sometimes you realize that you didn't put them in other spaces, so it's a great time to kind of double check and correct. That's also the nice thing about actual freckles, is that they don't look uniform. You know, if you ever look at anyone, or maybe even if you have natural freckles, in which case I am very jealous, you look at anyone who has them and they're not even, they're not uniform, they're unique, and I love that. So now that I have the freckles down, I think this is where I want to stop it, and I'm going to go in and do the eye. And with my eye primer all over the lid. I was actually watching Raw Beauty Christie's video. I mean, I love her, so I watch anything that she makes. But I was like actually watching, I think for the first time, like analyzing how she films, and I noticed that she doesn't really zoom in too much to do her eyes, and I'm like, I can still see everything that she's doing, so there's absolutely no real necessity to like get all up close and personal, especially because for me, clearly I can't be trusted and I will end up out of frame, and then footage will be unusable, and then I'll have to refilm for the 17th time. Alright, so now I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm taking a eyeshadow color that is very close to my actual skin tone, and I'm just buffing that into the crease. I wanted to keep the eyes pretty natural, not too much, because obviously the focus of this look is on the faux freckles, so I don't want to have anything that's like super intricate or anything on my eyes. Doing the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to do kind of a contrast line. I'm just taking an even fluffier brush and going over that, giving everything one final blend. Okay, so I do want to do a contrast line, but I don't have any white eyeliner or anything like that, so I'm taking a very light eye primer and I'm going to be using that to make a line. So that's the wing done, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a nude pencil liner and put that along my waterline. For the sake of continuity, I'm taking the one pastel shade that I really own. It's like this really light baby pink, and I'm going to put that in the tail of my wing, but it barely showed up last time and I don't really have much hope for this time, so we're gonna see. Yeah, that's pastels for you. They don't really show up too much. Gotta kind of finesse them. I think that that's pretty much as much color as I'm gonna get out of them. So now I'm just going to do mascara. Alrighty, and so now to completely finish off the eye, I'm just going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. I'm also using the same color that I used to highlight on my face to do that. I actually lost my favorite lip liner that would have been perfect for this look. I don't know if I've lost it, I just haven't been able to find it, which is kind of concerning, but it's fine. Alrighty, Friday, everyone. So I just finished up the look, let my hair down. So let me know what you guys think. This is the finished eye. And these are the faux freckles. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like pastels, if you don't. Also, if you tried this look out for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram. I will put that information down below, along with everything else that I used. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.